Here with Coach Casey Dunn. And Coach, can't say enough about what the middle of your order did today. Came up with 3 hits apiece to Brandon Fryman, Erickson, Schaefer, and Austin Edens. Talk about the way you kind of reworked that middle of the order and how it paid off for you in this game too.
I tell you, one of the few times you mix things up and it works. But obviously Schaefer's been swinging the bat really well. He swung it better than anybody in game 1. So wanted to kind of get him up, hopefully get him more RBI opportunities. And Brandon had some big hits. It was great to see Austin come through and kind of look like the Austin of old. And hopefully we see that guy the rest of the way.
Talk about Mikhail Koznoff and what he and Josh Rich and Wyatt Burns were able to do today. They held Western Carolina just 1 run on 4 hits. In that middle of the lineup, Matt Smith, Bryson Bowman, those guys, 1 hit through the top 5 in the Western Carolina lineup today.
Yeah, you can't say enough about what Mikhail did, and what a special outing at a big time, and what, could have been, could be his last college appearance to go out and throw the ball that well under the pressure of an elimination game against, arguably the best lineup in this league. And just give us 6 phenomenal innings. And at the end, he was pitching on fumes, and to be able to reach down and get out of a bases-loaded jam there in the 6th to keep the lead, man, just you literally can't say enough about it. And so proud of him. And, if this is his last outing, what a great memory he'll take with him.
Your team kind of had a tough, emotional morning against UNCG this morning. UNCG had 9 2-out hits this morning. Kind of broke your team's back a couple of times, but your team was able to bounce back, playing their second 9-inning game of the day. They came up with 6 2-out hits of their own. Kind of talk about the team's resiliency and kind of refusing to go away here on the opening day.
We've talked to them a lot about, sometimes youth means you forget things quickly, and, we are still so young. You hate to call them young when they've played 60 games almost, but they bounce back. They've done it all year. Obviously, we've had an up-and-down season, but they've always bounced back. Very seldom have they played 2 poor games in a row, and to come back and meet the challenge of playing a really good team and to get that kind of a win says a lot about what these guys are capable of.
And even though you played 18 innings today, you only used 5 pitchers, Cody Shelton and Jared Brasher in game 1, and then Josh Rich and Wyatt Burns kind of closed it out after Kazanoff's 6 today. Does that kind of help you set up your pitching staff for the game tomorrow?
No question, and I think what gets lost a little bit is what Jared did in game 1. He was able to go in and finish that game and give us 4 innings without not only keeping us in the game, but also preventing us from having to use any other bullets. And, obviously Josh with a quick inning, he'll be good to go tomorrow. Wyatt will bounce back fine with just 2 innings. So, as you look at the game tomorrow, really we're only down the 2 starters and Jared. So we've got a full staff, and there's a lot of guys out there. And, as I told him in between games, we didn't lead the league in pitching because we had a dominant 1 and 2. We led the league in pitching because we had a lot of depth, and our success on the mound is in our numbers. And if we're going to keep battling to get through this thing, we're going to need them.